Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch, the 1976 season that was voted on by my subscribers as the season they wanted to see. Today's date is June 3rd, and we are at Tiger Stadium for a game between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Detroit Tigers. The Brewers come into this game 5 games under 500, 5th place in the AL East. The Tigers are the worst team in the league, 11 wins, 32 losses, and they are in 6th place, bottom of the barrel, and pretty much don't know how many more games will have the Tigers. Now, of course, as I go through schedule blocks, I remove the bottom feeders, but who knows? They could appear later if the season gets a little better for them. Tribe Fan joins us here at Tiger Stadium. He is first through the turnstiles. Milwaukee beat Detroit in this game 6-2. There were 18 hits and an error. And if anything goes like last night's game, which was absolutely crazy, and for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, check out last night's game between the Reds and the Astros. A very weird way to win, if I do say so myself. But I will not give out the spoilers to anyone who's not watched the game. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers in this game was Dave Roberts. 16 wins, 17 losses, a 4.00 ERA. He gets the call tonight for the Tigers. We are using blue and white dice for the Tiger home colors. Let's get started. Let's play some baseball. Top of the first. Leading off for the Brewers will be the catcher, Charlie Moore. 191 average, 3 homers, 16 RBIs in 76. Yeah, hell of a game called in the booth. Ernie Harwell and Bob Uecker. There you go. 2 awesome personalities. Roberts will pitch. Let's get this game going. 2-6. That's a range play. Moore will swing. 2-5. Line drive right back to Roberts. His range is a 5. And he'll make that with no problem at all, and that is out number 1. Line out back to the pitcher. And that will bring up the third baseman, Don Money. 267 average, 12 homers, 62 RBIs in 76. Roberts ready to deal. That's a 2-6, and again a range play, same exact roll. 6-5, and that's a fly ball to right field. That's going to Rusty Staub. His range is a 1. Nope, that's going to be a single for Money, and Don Money goes ahead and hits one. Rusty Staub, not a good fielder, but he does get the single, a nice base hit for Money. As Staub couldn't get there to make the play. Next up is the first baseman, George Scott. 274 average, 18 homers, 77 RBIs. The infield does go halfway. Strat says a 4. And do we have a hit and run? If I want to do that. And let's find out. Let's see. Is that a hit and run opportunity? Money that is a 4, so that is too higher. Scott against a lefty is a 12. Yeah, there can be a hit and run opportunity. But with a 12 strikeout rating, I think I'll bypass it. So let's just play normal. Roberts will pitch. 3-5. That's a strikeout, but the 20 is high. Scott will swing. 4-5. And he grounds it to short. Do we have a double play? 4-0-5. Second base for Detroit is Sutherland. He has a 0. So a 1-5, they turn the double play. It's a 6. They do not. Money goes ahead and gets to second base on the throw. As was a low rolling grounder, and that will allow the Brewers to get another base runner. So 2 outs now. And coming up to bat is the designated hitter, this guy. 229 average, 10 homers, 35 RBIs. This guy here who thinks he's going to get in the Hall of Fame by hitting 755 home runs. What does he know? Strat roll, says an 18, nothing happening. Roberts will go ahead and pitch to some bum by the name of Hank. 6-6 against a righty. Yep, that's an automatic out. Star 5, that's going to be a fly out to center. And this guy, Aaron, is just going to fly out weakly. So 1 hit for the Brewers, but that's all they get. And Aaron, I think, is just going to have to pretty much rely on maybe getting into the Hall of Fame as a has-been. He's a nothing with a nobody. He'll never amount to anything. Bottom of the first, starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers will be Bill Travers. We've seen him before. 15 wins, 16 losses, a 2.81 ERA. And he gets the call tonight for the Brewers. As we go to the bottom of the first, leading off for the Tigers, center fielder Ron LaFleur. .316 average, 4 homers, 39 RBIs. A .316 average is nothing to sneeze at. Travers will pitch, and that is a 2-1. That's an error. LaFleur will swing 2-5, and that's a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Garcia. His error rating is an 11. That's a 4. He picks it up, and it just falls out of his hands. And that's going to be an error on Garcia. And that is an E4. So an error already on Milwaukee allows LaFleur to reach first. That is an error on Pedro Garcia. The infield will move halfway. Next batter for Detroit, first baseman Mickey Stanley. .257 average, 4 homers, 29 RBIs that year. You put LaFleur on at first, which is not usually a good thing. He's very quick, but that 17 will not allow him to do anything. Steeler fan joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Travers will pitch. 6-3, hit by pitch. 19, not a prayer. Stanley, 6-4, and that's a ground ball to third. Do they turn the double play? 3-0-4. Second base for Milwaukee is Garcia. No arm, a 0 arm, so a 1-4. They turn the double play, and yes, they do. 2 outs around the horn. So we have the 5-4-3 double play, which pretty much takes Garcia off the hook. Next up will be the right fielder Rusty Staub, Legrand Orange. .299 average, 15 homers, 96 RBIs. Hall the very good, no doubt about it. Hall of Fame, as I said, if you want to put him in there, I would not really have much of an objection. Is he? I don't really think so. But if you want to, but Rusty Staub was a very good player. That's why I automatically put him in the Hall of the very good. That's for sure. But if you want to put him in the Hall, fine. Fine. I probably won't argue it. And yes, he would be wearing a Mets cap if he went in. Travers with the pitch. 5-5. That's a walk. That 4 is a walk, and Staub will trot to first. So a 2-out walk allows Staub to go there. Tiger Stadium adds 1 to strikeouts and 1 to walks in that season. Next up for the Tigers, their designated hitter, Willie Horton. .262 average, 14 homers, 56 RBIs. Question is, will Horton hero who? The 15 says nothing happening on the bases. Travers will pitch to 6, strikeout, 6, and got him. He strikes out Horton. And that is the first strikeout for Travers, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was an error and a walk. After 1, no score. Second inning coming up. For the Brewers, it will be right fielder Sixto Lezcano. .285 average, 7 homers, 56 RBIs. I'm not going to complain about that stat line. That's pretty good. Roberts will go ahead and pitch, and that is a 1-5. That's a blank. Lezcano will swing 5-1, and he grounds it to short. One man down. That will bring up the shortstop, a young Robin Yount, 252 average, 2 homers, 54 RBIs. I think Robin Yount has a better chance to get in the Hall of Fame than that guy Hank or something. 1 out, Roberts will pitch. 3-2, that is a blank. Yount will swing 5-6, and he hits a base hit to center. That's a single for Yount. He'll trot on down to first. Next batter is the left fielder, Jimmy Rosario. 189 average, a homer, 5 RBIs. Only had 37 at-bats in that year, but he gets the call in this game. Halfway is the infield. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. The 2. Yeah, there is something happening. Can Yount steal? He's got a 12 for a steal. He's got a 12 for a stolen base rating, +1 from Roberts. Freehan adds +2. Wow. That's a plus. That would make it a 15. Yeah, why not? Yount's going to try to steal. A 1-15, he is safe. No, he's thrown out, but he is thrown out by Bill Freehan. 75% chance for Yount to steal, and he gets tossed. And there are 2 outs. Yount gets beaten on the steal. Nice throw by Freehan to go ahead and nail him at second base. A 1-15, he gets there, and he rolls a 17. So now 2 outs. Rosario will bat with nobody there. Roberts will pitch 6-4, and that's a range play at the park. Tiger Stadium 5-1, and we got a blank. That's a rare play. Got a rare play with the bases empty. Let's see what we got here. And that is a 26. Third baseman goes into hole to make the play and hurts himself on the play. Resolve play as a G5 range play. Check for injury to third. So let's do a range play first on the third baseman, and that is Don Money. His range is a 4. He's got it. He makes the play, throws to first, side retired. So the inning is over on a grounder to third. Actually, I'm sorry, Detroit's that's Rodriguez actually making the play. That's fine, though. Detroit does have his range is a 3. He still makes the play. That's Rodriguez who made the play, not Don Money. As usual, I keep on forgetting who's in the field. No runs. There was a hit, but I got to check to see now if Aurelio Rodriguez is hurt. And his injury rating is a 2, and the only way he's fine is on a 1. No, he's going to be gone for the game. I do play game day injuries, but not many further than that. So Aurelio Rodriguez is out. So the Tigers need a new third baseman. So let's see who they're going to bring on. Let's see who's going to have to play third base. If I have one here, I may not have another one on the bench. Let me see. Would you believe I don't have one on the bench? What about in the lineup? I do. Okay, so I got to make a change here. So give me a moment when I make a change because it looks like I got to do something here. Chuck Scrivener is a third baseman, and he is actually in the game today for Detroit, and he's playing shortstop. So I have to change that. So I will go ahead and make a change here as I will make changes to my score sheet. And Rodriguez is out. I'm actually using my whiteout, so give me a moment. This takes a second. I bought some whiteout, and I rather wanted to use that from now on. So Chuck Scrivener is going to move over to third base. So he becomes the new third baseman. 219. And now I'm coming into play second base. Not second base, shortstop is going to be Tom Verizor. So Tom Verizor will come in and play shortstop. Let's see. 390. So there we go. Mark Forsberg joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Good to see you there, sir. So Chuck Scrivener will move over to third base. He was shortstop tonight. And Verizor will take over at short to continue the game. Okay, so that's all that's done. That takes care of the logistics. We go to the bottom of the second inning. There was one hit for the Brewers. Bill Travers and pitching now and leading off for the Tigers will be left fielder Alex Johnson. 268 average, 6 homers, 45 RBIs. Bring in Ivan Holenglove. Travers will pitch 2-4. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium will say 2-6. That's a ground out to short. Out number 1. Getting a bit of an ovation here at Tiger Stadium. Here's the catcher, Bill Freehan, 270 average, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs for throwing out Yount at second. Travers with the pitch, 5-1, that's blank. Freehan will swing, 1-5, that's a ground out to first. Out number 2. And now that will bring up the new shortstop, Tom Verizor, 234 average, a homer, 25 RBIs. He takes over at short as Scrivener had to move to third base for the injured Aurelio Rodriguez. 5-3 for Travers, that's blank. Verizor will swing 3-2, and he grounds out to second. So 3 batters and 3 ground outs, and nothing there for the Tigers after 2, still no score. Remember, injuries are game day only, as we do play with as-played lineups throughout the season. Top of the third, for the Brewers, here's the center fielder, Gorman Thomas. 198 average, 8 homers, 36 RBIs. Roberts will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 1-6, that's at the park. Tiger Stadium says 2-1, pop out to the catcher. First out. Funny thing is, we got 2 players on each team that will find themselves on the other team in the future. Next batter for the Brewers, second baseman Pedro Garcia. He will be traded to Detroit a little bit later in the year. Garcia, 204 average, 4 homers, 29 RBIs. Roberts with the pitch, 3-1. That's a blank. He's not tired. Garcia to 6-2, and he grounds out the third. 2 quick outs. And now here's Moore. Moore is 0 for 1. Roberts ready to deal. 6-2, that's at the park. Tiger Stadium says 2-2, and that's a double to center field for Charlie Moore. He goes ahead and smacks one of the deep part of the park. And Moore has himself a 2-out double as he will head to second and stay there. That will bring up Don Money. Money is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. See if anything happening on the bases. 10 says no. Roberts ready to pitch to Money. And that is a 6-5. That's blank. Money swings to 4. That's a ground ball to third. Picked up by Scrivener. And he will throw to first to get the final out. So no runs. There was a hit for the Brewers. And we go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third inning. For the Tigers is now their third baseman, Chuck Scrivener. He did start at short, but I had to move him over to third because I did not have another third baseman on the bench. Scrivener, 221 average, 2 homers, 16 RBIs. Remember, as played lineups and the actual 25-man roster they had when this game was played. Thank you, Action PC Baseball. Travers will pitch. 2-6. That's a strikeout. 16 is no good. Scrivener will swing 5-3. He flies out to center. One man out. And coming up for the Tigers is their second baseman, Gary Sutherland, and he'll be traded to the Brewers later in the year. Sutherland, 211 average, a homer, and 15 RBIs. Probably they traded Sutherland for Garcia. If I'm correct, I think that was the trade. 4-2 from Travers. That is a blank. Sutherland will swing 2-6. He flies out to center as well. 2 outs. And here comes Ron LaFleur. LaFleur reached on an error his first time up. Travers will deal. And that is a 5-5. That's a walk. That 4 is good. And that will be 4 wide ones. And will send LaFleur to first. So that is the second time he's made the base. We'll see if Stanley can keep the inning alive. He grounded out into a double play in his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Anything happening on the bases, that is a 4. And I'm going to send LaFleur. He's got a steal attempt. He has a steal attempt, a 15. He has an 8. So that 4 is good. I'm going to send him. 15 minus 1 is 14. The catcher from Milwaukee, Moore, minus 1 is a 13. You might as well put him into scoring position. So a 1-13, LaFleur steals second. No, he's thrown out by Moore. Side retired. Wow, the catchers are doing the job tonight. They're throwing out base runners as LaFleur gets nailed. He had 58 stolen bases, but he gets gunned down by Moore. And he is out. So nothing doing for Detroit. Stanley will have to wait till the next inning to take a swing. And after 3, still no score. Fourth inning coming up. And here is George Scott. Scott is 0 for 1. Roberts ready to deal here. And that's a 4-5. That's a hit by pitch. That 13 is no good. Scott will swing away. 5-6, star 3. That's a ground out to shortstop. Easy play there. Coming up next is this guy. He's 0 for 1. Roberts ready to pitch. And that is a 6-2. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium. Will that give Aaron a shot here? 1-1. Nope. Star 3. And that's a ground out to short. So it looks like Hammering Hank is not hammering today. He had a good game the last time I had the Brewers. He hit a home run the last time I had the Brewers. And I think that game was against Cleveland a few days ago. Here's Sixto Lezcano. He's 0 for 1. 6-5, blank. Lezcano will swing. That's a 2-2, star 5, and he flies out to center. So Dave Roberts, he had an ERA of 4, but he's doing pretty good so far. He's only allowed 3 hits. Bottom of the 4th coming up as the Brewers go in order. Travers pretty much was the Brewer ace that year. As he was, he was. He was the Brewer ace, Bill Travers. And he was an all-star, so we'll see him in the all-star game. Bottom of the 4th, here's Mickey Stanley. He was at the plate when LaFleur got thrown out. Stanley is 0 for 1. Travers, 4-2. That's blank. Stanley will swing 4-3. Star 2, fly out to center. So far, both these pitchers are doing pretty good today. There were 18 hits historically in the game. But right now, these pitchers are doing the job. Here's Rusty Staub, Le Grand Orange. He walked his first time up. Travers ready to deal. And that is a 6-3. Hit by pitch, 15. No. A little close, but no. Staub is a 7, but Travers is a +5. Staub will swing for 6, star 2, and he flies out to center. Another fly out to Thomas. He's getting a lot of work out there. 2 down. And here's Willie Horton. Horton is 0 for 1. Hard to believe in the early 70s East Coast game started 8:30. Yeah, they did. So they moved him back. Travers will pitch. 2-2. Strikeout 1. Got him. He struck him out. He goes ahead and gets Horton. And Horton strikes out for the second time. And he is also the second strikeout for Travers. 1, 2, 3. Go the Tigers. After 4, no score. I made a rhyme. Yeah, that's when the games are only 2 hours long. Now they're 3 hours long. And not because of the game itself, but because of the media and all the commercials and all that crap. So I can blame the media really for that. Oh, let's go ahead and let's lower up. Let's stop the mound visits. The pitcher has to pitch to 3 batters in relief. Jeez. Can only imagine what the great pitchers of the day would say right now with today's baseball rules. Oh, let's put a runner on second. Sandy Koufax would say, what? Get out of here. Top of the 5th for the Brewers, here is Robin Yount, a young Robin Yount. He singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Roberts will deal 1-5. That is a blank. Yount will swing 1-4. He grounds it to short. That's the first out. Now we'll see Jimmy Rosario. Rosario is 0 for 1. Sorry, between half innings, yeah. Roberts will pitch. 2-4. That is a home run check. That is a home run check against Rosario, switch hitter, and he's hitting from the right side against the lefty, and that is a right side home run check. Rosario against the lefty is a 15. That is a 12, and that is kaboom! That ball is high, that ball is deep to left field, and that ball is gone. Home run for Jimmy Rosario. Off of Dave Roberts, he gets it. How about that? Home run for Rosario. And he did have 1 home run that year. I'm not sure if this was the game he did it in, but that is a home run. And it is 1-0 in favor of the Brew Crew. As Rosario smacks one off of Roberts. As I said, I'm not sure if this is the game he did it in, but he had 37 at-bats, and he did hit a homer. And that is a goner. That'll bring up Gorman Thomas. He's 0 for 1. Roberts shaking his head off of that one. That was against a righty. That was a right switch, and he got it. Roberts will pitch 5-2. That's blank. Thomas will swing 4-4, and he grounds it to third for the second out. 2 outs now for Pedro Garcia. Garcia's 0 for 1. Roberts goes ahead. 4-1, that's blank. Garcia swings 1-1, and against the lefty, that's a fly out to right field. That against the lefty, that's a lefty switch, but against the left-handed pitcher, that's a fly out to left, and the inning will end there. 1 run for the Brewers on a home run by Jimmy Rosario. Halfway through the game, it is 1-0. 6-10-76 was Rosario's home run. Okay, so I'm 7 days early. All right. I'm 7 days early. Thank you, Tribe fan. I'm 7 days early. Okay. So I'm a week early. I think you'll take it. Bottom of the 5th coming up for the Tigers. Here's Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 1. Travers ready to deal with Johnson. Travers 4-3. Strikeout 1. Got him. He gets him on a K. And that is strikeout number 3 for Travers. Here's Bill Freehan. Freehan is 0 for 1. Travers ready to deal. 5-4. Strikeout 15. No good. Freehan will swing. 3-6. Base hit to center field. That is a single for Freehan. And that is the first hit off of Travers. Travers has given up 2 walks, but he has not given up a hit, and that is the first hit off of Travers. So not bad. 4 innings of no-hit ball. Freehan goes to first. That brings up Tom Verizor, who had to come in because of the injured Aurelio Rodriguez. Infield will go halfway. See if anything happening on the bases. A 3, no. Travers will go ahead and pitch. 3-1. Double question mark. Verizor's a righty. That's a blank. Nothing can happen there. Verizor swings. 3-6, and he gets a base hit past second. Freehan's base running rating is a 1. He will not make it to third with that as slow as molasses as he is, and he will have to hold at second. But 2 consecutive hits now off of Travers. Runners at first and second now. And here's Chuck Scrivener. Scrivener is 0 for 1. The infield will stay halfway. Anything on the bases? That is a 17. No. Travers ready to deal. Freehan on at second. Verizor at first. Travers in a little bit of a jam. Pitched no-hit ball for the last 4 innings. Now he's given up 2 straight hits. Travers 3-4. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 3-3, and that is a fly ball to left field. That's out number 2. Freehan has absolutely no chance to go to third, so he stays right on the 1 base running rating, so he stays where he's at, 2 outs. Don't even have to check it. 2 men out, and now Gary Sutherland will try to see if he can do something here for the Tigers. Sutherland is 0 for 1. Travers ready to deal. We'll check on the bases. 18 says a negative. Travers, there's your pitch. 6-5, that's a blank. Sutherland, 1-6 against the lefty. That's a ground ball to third. And that is picked up by Money. And he's going to tag Freehan out, coming to third base, and the inning will end there. As Freehan, as slow as molasses he is, all right, base running rating of 1, he might as well just tag him out, and he does. No runs, 2 hits for Detroit. After 5, 1-0 in favor of the Brew Crew. How about Chelsea advancing to the UC? I don't follow soccer. Hate to say that. Although I do care a little bit about Arsenal, which is maybe if I had a favorite team in the Premier League, it would be Arsenal. Only because I just love the name. Arsenal. I just love the name. The Arsenal Gunners. How can you not love a team with a name like that? But I have nothing against Chelsea, so that's fine. Freehan speed was clocked with a sundial. Yeah, exactly. Top of the 6th inning. And leading off for the Brewers will be Charlie Moore. He's 1 for 2. Doubled his last time up. Roberts will still pitch. And that is a 5-6. That's a range play. Moore will swing 2-4. That's a ball hit to center field. And that is a 14. Against the lefty, though, it's too high. And that's just going to be a fly out to center. Out number 1, and here comes Money. He's 1 for 2. He has a single. Roberts, 4-5. That's a hit by pitch. 17 is a negative. Money will swing away 5-5, and he grounds it to short for the second out. Here's George Scott. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded to shortstop twice. Roberts, 4-5. Hit by pitch. He's always trying to hit somebody, but that's a miss. And Scott will go ahead and swing 4-6, and he grounds out to short for the third straight time. So Scott is grounded G6, 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 inning over. 1, 2, 3, go the Brewers. Bottom of the 6th. And here comes Ron LaFleur to lead it off. Osama bin Laden was an Arsenal true story. That's how you cannot like Arsenal. No comment. Travers will go ahead. Travers will pitch to LaFleur. Travers will pitch. 1-5. That's a wild pitch. We'll do it again. Ball 1. 4-6. That's a walk. That 11 will do it. It will walk LaFleur. He'll trot down to first. LaFleur walks for the second time today. It's the third time he's reached base. He has 2 walks and reached on an error. The infield will go halfway. Mickey Stanley will come up now. He's 0 for 2. Let's see if LaFleur gets a chance to steal. He needs an 8 or a lower. No, he doesn't get it. Although that was a 13, no, it won't matter. Nope. Stanley with a +4, it won't matter from Stanley. LaFleur on it first. Travers will pitch. And that is Sue Dice. We will re-roll. 1-3. Error on a grounder. Stanley. 3-5 against the lefty. That is a ground ball back to Travers. His error rating is a 4. That is a 14. He won't make an error. Let's see if he turns a double play. 3-0, but a 1 because it was hit to the pitcher. So 3-0-1. So actually 0-4-5. And Stanley hitting from the right side. So the second baseman is pivot, which is Garcia, and he has no arm. So a 1-5, they'll turn the double play. They got it. 2 outs. Stanley grounds it right back to the pitcher. And there are 2 outs. In a 1-4-3 double play, and that will bring up Rusty Staub. Staub is, let's see, Staub is 0 for 1 with a walk. Travers will pitch to Staub. And that is a 6-3 hit by pitch. That 10, yeah, he plunked him. Ouch. Staub has a 7. Travers a +5 is a 12. And he does hit Legrand Orange. So Staub goes to first on a hit batter. So finally someone gets plunked after all these hit batters are trying to hit there. And now the batter is Willie Horton. Willie Horton struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. The infield is normal. See if anything happening on a strat. That is a 15 no. Travers will pitch to Horton. And that is a 1-5. That's a wild pitch, and it's good. That's a 6, and that will be a wild pitch. Staub will travel to second on a wild one. So that's the first wild pitch thrown by Travers. Staub goes to second. So now a base hit could bring him in. And we'll re-roll the strat. That is a 1, and nothing happening here. So Travers will now pitch to Horton, but this time a runner on second. 2-5. That's a walk. That 9 is good. He walks Horton, and Detroit again has a chance. Can Alex Johnson do something here with runners at first and second? Travers having a few issues here. He's walked 2 batters and then hit a batter and now a wild pitch. They go talk to Travers for a moment, see what's up. Now they'll go back behind the plate. Johnson is 0 for 2. Travers will pitch. We'll check a strat first. No. Travers, 1-1. Home run, question mark. Johnson is a righty, a 1-8. The 3 passes against a lefty. Johnson is a 14. On a 14 or lower, Johnson puts the Tigers ahead. No, he just misses it with a 15. Oh, my. Johnson misses it with a 15. A 70% chance to hit it out, and he doesn't. But he does swing, though, 2-4. It's a star 1, and it's a fly out to left. And that means he just got under it. A bad pitch by Travers, and Johnson just throws his helmet on the ground, knowing he had one to hit, and he just got under it a little bit. So no runs. No hits. There weren't 2 walks, a hit by pitch and a wild pitch. But after 6, the Brewers still lead 1-0. We go to the top of the 7th. Let's see who leads off. This bum. He's 0 for 2. Some guy by the name of Aaron. Roberts will go ahead and pitch to him, or will he? Yes, he's still got some. Dave Roberts pitching very well. He's only given up 1 home run. Roberts will go ahead and pitch. 4-1. That's a blank. Aaron will swing 2-5, ground out to short. Man, there have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ground outs to short by the Brewers. And that is out number 1, as Tom Verizon is getting a lot of work coming in to replace Aurelio Rodriguez. 1 down. I.D. Jester joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Check out that awesome, spectacular, unbelievable, fantastic channel that he does. If you guys don't know anything about I.D. Jester, I would like to say what universe you've been living in. Here's Sixto Lezcano. He is 0 for 2 with 1 out. Roberts will pitch 5-3. That's blank. Lezcano will swing 6-2, and he grounds out to second. Lots of ground ball outs given up by Roberts. And he he is a ground ball pitcher. Here's Robin Yount. Yount is 1 for 2, has a single and a ground out. Roberts is mostly a ground ball pitcher, does give up the occasional fly out. Roberts is the bat, will pitch 6-4, and that's a range play at the park. Tiger Stadium says 4-2, and that is a ground ball at the plate, and that is Bill Freehan. His range is a 2. He won't get it, and that's going to get a little bit away from him, which means that is a single, and Yount will make it to first. Grounded at the plate just a little bit in front of Bill Freehan, and he can't make the play, so Yount is there, and he gets the first. That is a single. 2-out base knock for Yount. So the Brewers get a man on, and here's Jimmy Rosario, who hit a home run in this game. He's 1 for 2. That's the reason why the Brewers lead 1-0. We'll see if Roberts learned anything. The 11 says nothing happening on the strat. Roberts will pitch to Rosario, and that is a 3-4. That is a blank. Rosario will swing 5-4, and it's a base hit to center field. Single for Rosario. Wow, he's having a good night tonight. Let's see if Yount gets to third. Base running rating is a 4. Single to center, -1, 3. Center field to the 4, +1 is a 4. With 2 outs is a 5. So a 1-5, Yount makes third. That is a 5, and he does get there. And Rosario stays at first. Rosario, 2 for 3 tonight. But can the Brewers do anything with it? And here's Gorman Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 2 with 2 outs. Yount on at third, Rosario at first. I will roll a strat, see if anything happening. A 12, no. Roberts will deal with Thomas. 1-0 Brewers. Pitch from Roberts. 1-1. Error on a grounder. Thomas will swing. 3-4. That is a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Scrivener and not who you want to hit it to, as his error rating is a 19. That is a 1. He makes an error. He got it, and the ball just drops out of his glove, and all runners will advance. That is an E5. Ground ball to third, and Scrivener, who took over for third from place of the injured Rodriguez, he makes an error, and that is a huge error. Yount comes in to score. Rosario goes to second. He'll hold there, and now the Brewers lead 2-0 on a huge error by Scrivener. And that is the first error on the Tigers. E5. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's Pedro Garcia. Garcia is 0 for 2. Still 2 outs here, top of the 7. And Roberts can't believe it. And that run, of course, is unearned. See if anything happening on the bases. That is a 1. No. Even though Rosario has an attempt of 9 and a steal is available, his stolen base rating is a 5. No. I'll call that off, and I'll let Garcia swing. Roberts will pitch. 4-2. Strikeout 10. He got him. Roberts finally gets a K. Struck him out, and the inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. As a huge error brings in a big run for the Brewers in this game. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing your Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker tonight after our game. And tomorrow on Inside Pitch for June 5th, we will be going to Candlestick. We're going to the Stick tomorrow night in the National League. The Philadelphia Phillies will take on the San Francisco Giants, and Lefty is on the mound. Steve Carlton against Ed Halicki. Tomorrow night's game, Philadelphia at the Giants. We're going to be playing some National League games for a while to try to clear out the schedule block of teams we've not seen in the second round of the block. So Philadelphia at San Francisco. That game will be tomorrow at the Stick. Join us for that one. Lefty is on the mound. Steve Carlton. Bottom of the 7th here, Brewers leading 2-0 on the Tigers. Travers still got plenty of gas in his tank. Leading off for the Tigers will be Bill Freehan. He is 1 for 2. He has a single. Bottom of the 7th, 2-0. Travers, 2-3. Strikeout, 9. Too high. Barely, but too high. Freehan will swing. 1-4. Base hit to right field. Freehan has his second hit of the game. He just misses a strikeout, and that will allow Freehan to go to first. Nice single to right. And here's Tom Verizor. Verizor is 1 for 2. Had to come into play shortstop as Scrivener moved from shortstop to third for the injured Aurelio Rodriguez. Infield halfway. Anything on the bases? 12, no. Travers will pitch to Verizor, and that is a 1-6 range play at the park. Tiger Stadium. And that is Suadice. I'll re-roll. Tiger Stadium, 4-4. That is a ball hit to left. That's a ball hit to left field. That is a 1. That's going to be a single for Verizor. So that's a single to left. Freehan's base running rating is a 1, and he has no chance to get to third base with that because it's on a single to left, it's a -2, which makes him a -1. And even with Rosario, who's a +1 arm, won't get it. It still makes him a 0. So Freehan automatically holds at second, but the Tigers are in business. 2 straight base hits given up by Travers. Brewer bullpen is getting ready. And here comes Chuck Scrivener. Scrivener is 0 for 2, gets a few boos here from the Tiger crowd, but maybe he can make up for it with a good hit. Anything happening on bases? 11 is a no. Travers will pitch to Scrivener. Pitch underway. 2-2. Strikeout, 18. No. Scrivener will swing. 3-1. Fly ball center field. Is it deep enough to get Freehan? That's out number 1. Freehan's base running rating is a 1. -1. Center field is a 0. Center fielder is Thomas, and he has a 0 arm, so no. Freehan with a 0 base running rating adjusted, he has to stay at second base. So that's out number 1. Runner still at first and second. Gary Sutherland now coming up, and he's 0 for 2. Anything on the roll? That is a 2, no. Travers trying to get out of this little jam here in the bottom of the 7th. Travers will pitch. That's a 1-2. Strikeout, 12, no. Sutherland will swing. 5-3. Star 1, and it's a fly ball to left. And that is out number 2. And no, Freehan will not be able to do anything with that either, as he has to stay at second. And that's 2 outs. Fly out to left modification is -2. And that won't matter. So Freehan stays at second. So now with 2 outs, it's up to Ron LaFleur. LaFleur is been on base all 3 times, 2 walks, and reached on an error. The infield now moves back. And that is a 2. Again, nothing happening. Travers ready to pitch to LaFleur. Let's see what happens. Travers will pitch. 2-2, strikeout 10, no, too high. LaFleur will swing, 6-5, base hit to right field. That is a single for Ron LaFleur. And he is 4 for 4 with an on-base percentage tonight, I should say. Question is, will that score Freehan? I'm not so sure. Let's find out. Base running rating is 1, with 2 outs is a 2. That is a single. That's a single to right. And a single to right to get to home. +1 is a 3. Right fielder for Milwaukee is Lezcano. -1 is a 2. So a 1-2, Freehan will, on the blue die, he will score. That is a 4. No, he has to hold at third. Freehan with absolutely no gears at all has to hold there, but the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded for Mickey Stanley. 2 outs. What are they going to do with Travers? Travers, let's see. Travers is not tired yet. He will be after 2 more batters. Stanley does hit lefties a little better. Do I want to bring in a righty just to pitch to him? Let me see what the Brewers want to do here. And I can't do a pinch hitter for position players because it's only the 7th inning. And I am not thrilled with the Milwaukee bullpen, at least with right-handers. But that's going to be it anyway. So Travers is coming out. That'll be it for Bill Travers. And they're going to bring in a righty to pitch to him anyway. And that is going to be Eduardo Rodriguez. Eduardo Rodriguez, 5 wins, 13 losses, 8 saves, a 3.64 ERA. And he's going to pitch to Mickey Stanley. 2 outs, big chance here for the Tigers. 2-0, bottom of the inning number 7. And let's see if anything on a strat, because Rodriguez does have a pickoff chance. No. Rodriguez will pitch to Stanley. And that is a 1-5. That's an error chance. Stanley will swing 4-5, and that is a base hit to right field. Stanley comes through for the Tigers. Base hit to right, and that is hit to Lezcano. His error rating is a 1. That is a 2. Oh, boy, Lezcano just misses an error as well. But that is a single to right. So Freehan does come in to score. Does Verizon is the question. His base running rating is a 2. With 2 outs is a 3. Single to right. +1 to get to home is a 4. Right fielder is Lezcano. -1 is a 3. A 1-3. Verizon ties this up on the blue die. That is a 3, and he does score. Verizon does come in to score. LaFleur's base running rating is a 4. That 3 is lower than the 4. LaFleur will, I believe he does make third on that. And that he does, yes. LaFleur does advance to third, and Stanley's safe at first. And the Tigers have tied this game up. We are tied at 2. A 2 RBI single by Mickey Stanley. Stadium cheers. Yay! Two RBIs for Stanley. And LaFleur is at third, and the batter is Rusty Staub. So Eduardo Rodriguez gives up a big base hit, and we're tied at 2. Staub is 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and walked. So that takes out the chance for Travers. And Roberts still could get the win. He's not been relieved yet. See if anything on the strat. That's a 2. And LaFleur does have the chance for steal home, but no, I'm not going to have him steal home. Although that is available. It would be a chance to steal. Nah, Rodriguez will go ahead and pitch to Staub, and you wouldn't steal home here anyway. Rodriguez, 5-2. That's a blank. Staub will swing 1-3 against a right-hander. That is a fly ball to left field, and that will end the inning. 2 runs for Detroit on 4 hits in this inning. And we are in business here. We are tied at 2 after 7. Timeout on the field. Top of the 8th inning coming up. Brewers and Tigers tied at 2. Milwaukee historically won this game 6-2. So the Tigers now have their historical amount of runs. Dave Roberts has a couple of more batters he can face. Charlie Moore leads off for the Brewers here in the top of the 8th. And they're going to let him pitch. Roberts against Moore. Top of the 8th inning, tied at 2. Roberts, 5-5, strikeout, 14, no. Moore will swing, 3-5, and against the lefty, that's a base hit past third. Moore gets himself a single. Charlie Moore, second hit of the game, he goes to first. And now we'll see Don Money. Money is 1 for 3, has a single with 2, has a single. And we'll see what they're going to do here with Roberts, and they may bring it, or they're going to let him pitch. They're going to let him pitch. Infield is halfway. Check to see if anything happening on strat, and that is a 10. The answer is no. Roberts will pitch to Money. 3-1, blank. He's not tired. He will be after Money. He's not tired on this batter. 2-1, base hit right field for Don Money. He still gets a single off of him. Moore's base running rating is a 3. Single to right. +2 is a 5. Right fielder for Detroit is Staub. +1 is a 6. There won't be a throw. Moore automatically makes third. Runners at the corners and nobody out. And now here's George Scott, and that will be it for Dave Roberts. So Roberts will come out of the game. And I think we're going to probably bring in a right-hander to deal with the next few batters. Coming on to pitch for the Tigers will be Steve Grilly. 3 wins, a loss, 3 saves, 4.64 ERA. Steve Grilly Cheese will go up against George Scott. The infield is going to play halfway. They're not going to play in. It does allow a chance for a double play or deciding if Moore goes to home. And I will probably let the dice decide on that one. Moore on at third, Money at first. Scott at the plate, infield halfway. Grilly, let's see if anything on the strat. That is an 11, no. Grilly ready to pitch. Here's the pitch to Scott. And that is a 1-3. That is an error. Scott will swing 2-3, star 5. It's a fly ball to center field. And that ball is hit to Gorman Thomas. His error rating is a 1. That's a 19. And there will not be an error there. George scored Scott. Sacrifice fly rating is a 3. Does he automatically bring in Moore? No, he does not. Moore's base running rating is a 3. Center fielder I'm sorry. Oh God, I keep on forgetting. It wasn't Thomas. That was LaFleur. But it didn't matter. LaFleur's center fielder error rating is a 6. So he's still not making error. LaFleur's arm is a +1 as a 4. So a 1-4, Moore will score on the sacrifice fly. That is a 6, no. And the question is now, does he get an out? LaFleur is a +1 arm. That is a 6. And on that one, that is not an out. That is an all runners hold. There is not a throw, so Moore stays at third, and that is the new rule. The new rules here on the chart. A 6-6 in the old way was lead runner advances, ball caught off, and trailing runners are run down. A new chart is added, so now on a 6, you check the throwout chart, and you check the arm rating. The arm rating of LaFleur is a +1, and a 1-2, there would have been an out, but a 3-6, all runners hold. So in this case, no, Moore does not score, and that's 1 out. With the new rule, what I happen to like. Here's Hank Aaron. Now, there's still beta rules, by the way. They're still beta. They're not official. I'm still using the beta rules. Here's this guy. He's 0 for 3. He hasn't done anything yet. Surprised he's going in the Hall of Fame. I don't know what for. Now the infield is halfway, and now a double play could end the inning. Let's see. Is there anything on the strat? That is a 15. No. Grilly will pitch to Aaron. And that's a 3-2. Error on a grounder. Aaron will swing. 2-5. That is a ground ball to short. This ball is hit to Verizon. His error rating is a 9. That is a 9. Verizon picks it up, throws, and it's wide. It's no good. It's going to be an error. An error on Tom Verizon. That is an error. Holy cow. And E6 as he threw it wide of the bag, and all the runners advance 1 base. Moore does come in to score. Money goes to second. Aaron to first. Brewers retake the lead 3-2 on a huge error on Verizon. Stadium groans. Ugh. Second error on the Tigers. As Verizon makes the error at short. And now here's Sixto Lezcano. Runner still at first and second, and Grilly can't believe it. That should have been a possible double play. So Lezcano is 0 for 3. And the infield is still halfway here, but now 3-2 Brewers. Strat says a 2. Nothing happening there. Grilly will go ahead and pitch to Lezcano. 3-1. That's a blank. Lezcano swings 4-6. Ground ball to first. Will they turn the double play here? 2-0-3. And Lezcano heading from the right side, so that would make the shortstop his pivot, which is Verizon, and he has no arm. A 1-3, it's a double play. No, the runners advance 1 base. It was a slow rolling grounder, and the only play was Mickey Stanley tagging Lezcano out at first. That's 2 outs, which keeps the inning alive. And now the batter is Robin Yount. Yount is 2 for 3, having a good night tonight. 2 outs. Grilly trying to get out of this, but the error really hurt that time. Really hurt. We'll check to see if anything on the strat. That is a 12. And they're going to go ahead and pitch to Yount. Grilly with the pitch. 2-4. Strikeout 17. No. Yount will swing. 3-3. Ground out to short. This time Verizer's got it. He'll throw to first, and the inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-2 Brewers. Eduardo Rodriguez can pitch to about 5 more batters before tiring. And they're going to keep him out there because, believe it or not, he's the best right-hander in the bullpen at this time, at least on this game's played. So Eduardo Rodriguez will stay in there. He's got 5 more batters he can face. Willie Horton leads off for Detroit here in the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 Brewers. Tigers getting lousy, sloppy defense. 2 errors today. Milwaukee has 1. The Brewers did have 1 error historically. Detroit didn't have any in the game. Rodriguez with the pitch. 1-3. That is a blank. Horton will swing. 3-1. That is a ball hit to left field. That is a 3. And against a righty, Horton has a single. Horton gets himself a leadoff base hit. He'll hold it first. And that will bring up Alex Johnson. Infield goes halfway, so Rodriguez just not cutting it. May have to just go to Milwaukee's best overall pitcher in the bullpen. But Horton on at first. We'll see if anything happening on the bases. No. Rodriguez will pitch. Johnson is 0 for 3. 3-3. Strikeout 16. No. Johnson will swing. 1-1. Ground ball to short. Do they turn it? 2, 3, 4. Short second base for Milwaukee is Garcia, and he has a 0. A 1-4. It's a double play. Yes, they do. 2 outs. 6-4-3 twin killing. And Rodriguez says, thank you, guys. I needed that one. 2 outs now. And here's Bill Freehan. Freehan having a pretty good night. He's 2 for 3, and he scored once. Rodriguez ready to deal. 5-2 blank. Freehan 3-3, and that's a fly out to left, and the inning will end there. No runs for the Tigers. There was a hit. After 8, it's still 3-2 Milwaukee. Jimmy Rosario will lead off the top of the 9th, and even though he bats 189, but why not? He's 2 for 3 tonight, a home run and a single. Question is, will Grilly be the one pitching to him? Let's see if Detroit wants to bring in a different pitcher, and I think they will, as that's going to be it for Grilly. And the Tigers are just going to go ahead and bring in their closer to try to keep it a 3-2 game. A 3-2 game, you bring in the best pitcher you got to keep the game where it's at. Here is John Hiller, 12 wins, 8 losses, 13 saves, 2.38 ERA. Hiller will come in and pitch to Rosario here. Top of the ninth, 3-2 Brewers. Brewers looking for some insurance. Hiller with the pitch. 2-5. Strikeout, 9. Got him. And Rosario will go down on the K's. One quick out. The next batter is Gorman Thomas. They'll let him bat. He's got a decent range out there in the outfield. So Thomas will go up against Hiller. Hiller with the pitch. 1-2 against a righty. That's a blank. Thomas will swing for 6 against the lefty. That is a ground ball to short. And that's picked up by Verizon. Throws to first for out number 2. That could have easily been the other way around, but that is a ground out to short. And now here's Pedro Garcia. And let's see what the Brewers want to do with him. And they'll let him bat. Pedro Garcia against Hiller. Garcia's 0 for 3. Hiller with the pitch. 2-5. Strikeout 14. Yep, got him on that K. He has a 13, but +1 is a 14, and he got him. Hiller gets 2 big strikeouts. And nothing across for the Brewers. Will we see some ninth inning magic? We had some major ninth inning magic last night. Bottom of the ninth inning here, Brewers lead 3-2. And the Brewers are going to go ahead and bring in, who's going to close this game out? Eduardo Rodriguez is the closer, but they're not going to let him close this game. He's going to come back. Tom Verizon is the leadoff batter for the Tigers. He will hit. And coming on to pitch, they're going to go with their best overall pitcher that's up in the bullpen. And even though he's a lefty, they're going to bring out Ray Sadecki. Ray Sadecki, 2 wins, a loss, a save, a 3.86 ERA. They're going to go with Sadecki here to try to close this game out. Ray Sadecki against Tom Verizon, bottom of the ninth, 3-2. We had some ninth inning magic last night, and a crazy way it ended last night as well. Sadecki will pitch. 6-3, strikeout 14, no. Verizon swings 4-5, star 6, ground out to short. And Verizon will finish the night, will probably finish the night 2 for 4. That is out number 1. Now Chuck Scrivener. I'm gonna check the batting order for Detroit, and Scrivener is at third base. Do I have any more third basemen on the bench? No, I do not. Do I have anybody at third base on the lineup? Yes, I do. And they're going to take Scrivener out. And coming on to pinch hit will be Ben Ogilvy. He'll come in to pinch hit for Scrivener. Which means what's going to happen here is Mickey Stanley is going to move to third base, and we'll see a first baseman for Scrivener. So first thing I got to do is just fix that and fix that. But Ben Ogilvy will pinch it against Sadecki. We'll worry about that later in case this game goes any further. Sadecki will pitch to Ogilvy. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Sadecki, 6-1 against the lefty. That's blank. Ogilvy will swing 1-4, star 1, and he grounds it to first. 2 men down. Next batter up is Gary Sutherland. And does Detroit want to do anything here? Sutherland is the second baseman. And they're going to do something for that as well. So Sutherland is going to come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit will be Bruce Kim. So I'll need a second baseman as well. So here's Bruce Kim against Ray Sadecki. Tigers doing everything they can to try to get a base runner. Bruce Kim, the backup catcher, 263 average, a homer, 6 RBIs. He gets the call. So here we go. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, 3-2 Brewers. Sadecki trying to close it. Kim trying to hope he can keep the game alive. Sadecki with the pitch. 1-5, that's a blank. Kim will swing. 4-5, double to left field. Bruce Kim comes through with a clutch. 2-out double, a double to left. And Kim will go to second. And the tying run is at second base. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning at RJL 518? I think not. And now the batter is Ron LaFleur. So the tying run at second base. And LaFleur now represents the winning run if he can get a homer. Doesn't have much home run power. He can hit one, but it's hard. LaFleur is one for one. He singled, walked twice, and reached on an error. They're going to let Sadecki pitch on LaFleur with 2 outs. Kim on at second. LaFleur at the plate. Am I rolling the strat? Yes, I am, as a matter of fact. That is a 17, nothing happening. Sadecki will pitch to LaFleur, trying to close this game for the Brew Crew. Sadecki with the pitch. And that is a 4-3 hit by pitch. And yes, he hit him, plunked him. Ouch. He does hit him. LaFleur is a 2 plus 10. That is a 6. And the winning run is on first. Ron LaFleur has gotten on base all 5 times tonight with only 1 hit. 2 walks, reached on an error, and now gets on with a hit by pitch. And the batter now is Mickey Stanley. Stanley is 1 for 4. He's at first base. He's going to have to move to third to start the next inning if it goes any further. So runners at first and second, but Stanley against the lefty can definitely hit one out of here, and the Brewers may make a pitching change, and I think that's what they're going to do. Sadecki is coming out, and the Brewers will change. And they're going to bring in a righty. And going on to pitch for the Brewers will be Pete Broberg. 1 win, 7 losses, a 4.97 ERA. Bill Demos joins us here at Tiger Stadium. So here comes Pete Broberg, and he's going to pitch to Mickey Stanley here with 2 outs. Runners at first and second, 3-2. Another big chance here for the Tigers. Can they do what the Astros did last night? Stanley is 1 for 4. I am rolling a strat. That is a 16, nothing happening. Broberg will pitch to Stanley. It's a 1-2. It's a walk, 11. That's too high. Stanley will get to swing. 6-1. It's a base hit, pass short. It's a single for Stanley. Will that score Kim? It's a single pass short. Kim's base running rating is a 2. With 2 outs, it becomes a 3. And yes, he does score. Kim comes in to score. This game is tied. LaFleur's base running rating is a 4. With 2 outs becomes a 5. On a single pass short, he will make it to third. Stanley, RBI single. We are tied at 3. The Tigers do it. And the winning run is at third base. And the batter is Rusty Staub. Tiger Stadium cheers. Yay! Rusty Staub is 0 for 2. Hit by pitch, walked, flew out twice. LaFleur is at third base, 2 outs. And another blown save for the second straight night in a row here on RJL 518. Pete Broberg will pitch to Rusty Staub with 2 outs here. Bottom of the ninth, now tied at 3. LaFleur on it first. I will roll a strike. That is a 5. Now on a 5, let's see, 8. No, LaFleur can't steal, and he wouldn't anyway. In order to steal home, it would be an 8 and divided by 5, which actually becomes, in this case, a 1.6. LaFleur, the only way he would have been able to try to steal home would have been on a 1. But not going to happen anyway. Rusty Staub trying to get the game win for the Tigers. LaFleur on it third. Stanley on it first. Broberg trying to finish the game off. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-3. It's a wild pitch. That's a 3. It's behind the backstop. This game is over. Broberg throws it to the backstop. LaFleur comes in to score. Ball game. Tigers win it 4-3. They win this ball game on a wild pitch by Broberg. You gotta be kidding me. Second straight night. The runner from third comes in on a pitcher mistake. Tigers win. Tigers win the ball game 4-3. Last night a walk-off balk, now a walk-off wild pitch. 4-3, Tigers win, and the Brewers can't believe it. Tiger Stadium cheers. Yay! Unbelievable. 2 runs on 2 hits and a wild pitch by Broberg. And yet he's gonna take. Sadecki's going to take the loss. I think Broberg's going to take the loss on that one. Final line score coming up, but last night a walk-off balk, and tonight a walk-off wild pitch. Tigers win 4-3. Unbelievable, these last 2 games. Don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming up, and final line score. For the Detroit Tigers, 4 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. For the Brewers, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher is going to be John Hiller. He gets the win. Broberg winded up taking the loss. No save. In another incredible pitching matchup that, again, tonight, the pitching mistakes make a difference in Inside Pitch, and that is what happens tonight. A walk-off balk last night, a walk-off wild pitch tonight. Unbelievable. And this season is just approaching the halfway mark. Who knows what more this could happen? And I'll go ahead and make this a Game of the Year candidate for walk-off wild pitch. I'll write that on the scorebook. As this game now becomes a Game of the Year candidate. It is time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore from Replay Sports. So 4-3 Detroit. Let's see what the rest of the league has tonight. Yankees taking on Boston. The Yankees have an 11, a 14, and that is only 1 run. Boston has a 9, 64, and that looks like the Red Sox will beat the Yankees tonight. 7-4. Cincinnati taking on Houston. I know Steeler fan on his Astros. The Reds have a 16, 33, and that is 4 runs. The Astros have a 12, 21. That's not going to cut it. 2 runs. And this one belongs to the Reds. San Francisco taking on the Dodgers. San Francisco has a 5, 65, and that's 7 runs. Dodgers have a 14. 21's not going to cut it. That's 3 runs. The Giants will beat the Dodgers. Pittsburgh taking on the Montreal Expos. Pittsburgh has a 13, 53. That's good. That is 6 runs for the Bucks. Expos have a 5. 11 is not going to cut it. That is a 0 as the Pirates shut out the Expos. Cubs taking on my Mets. Chicago has an 8. Come on, low roll. 32. And that is 3 runs. Mets have Mickey Lolich on the mound, and I got a 9. So I need a 26 or higher to tie or win. 34. Yes, that's going to be 3 runs. That's going to be 3 runs, and that is going to be a tie. So we got extra innings. The Cubs, Chicago Cubs has a +3 clutch. Ugh. 1 + 3 is 4. The Mets have a -2. I can't win no matter what. 6 - 2 is 4. Oh, no, we do win. 6 - 2 is 4. It is a tie, but the home team gets that when it comes to a clutch. So it's 4 on 4. The Mets will get that win. It'll be 4-3, and it's a happy recap. If the Cubs were home, they would have won that. So I get a happy recap anyway. Philadelphia taking on the Cardinals. I got lucky. Philadelphia has a 19. And that is a 34, and they get 5 runs. Cardinals have an 8, 22, and that is 2 runs. The Phillies will beat the Cardinals. Moving on to June 4th, Minnesota at Baltimore. Minnesota has a 12, 46. That's 5 runs. Baltimore has a 9, 13, and that is 1 run. Wait, is it 9? That's a 9. 13, yeah, 1 run. Minnesota will beat the Orioles. California at Boston. California has a 6, 61. That's 5 runs. That's pretty good. Boston has a 17. 66 is the best you can get. That is going to be 12 runs, and I think that may be the highest I've had yet. 12-5, Boston beats California. Cleveland taking on the White Sox. Cleveland has a 10. 33, and that is a 3. White Sox have a 6. 54, and that is a 5. The White Sox will beat the Tribe. Milwaukee at Kansas City. Milwaukee has a 7, 14, and that's 1 run. Kansas City has an 11, 44. That's 5 runs. Kansas City will beat the Brewers. The Brewers are still recovering from that loss tonight. Oakland at the Yankees. Oakland has a 10. 66. That is 9 runs. The Yankees have a 15, and they need a 64 or higher. 32. That won't cut it, and that's going to be 4 runs as Oakland will beat the Yankees. Detroit taking on Texas. Detroit is a 7. 63. That's 6 runs for the Tigers. Can they win another game? Texas has a 12. 52. And that's 6 runs also, so we got extras there. Detroit has a clutch of 2. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Texas is a clutch of 0. They will win on a 5 or a 6. No. So that is 5 minus 1 is 4. So the Texas Rangers will win that game 10-6. Cubs taking on Houston. The Cubs have a 16. They got a 34, and that is 5 runs. The Astros have a 10. 11. Nope, that is 0. The Cubs shut out the Astros, and I know Steeler fan will once again say rigged. Mets have Tom Seaver on the mound. They are at the Dodgers. Mets have an 8. Come on, high roll. 14. Yuck. And that is 1 run. Dodgers have a 3, though. So I need a 15 or lower from the Dodgers. Got it at 12. I got it. The Dodgers have a 3. That is a 12. That's a 0. And the Mets win it 1-0 behind Tom Seaver. Another happy recap. Atlanta taking on the Expos. Atlanta has a 14. 43. And that is 5 runs. Montreal has a 5. 35, and that is 3 runs. Atlanta will beat the Expos. San Diego taking on Pittsburgh. San Diego has an 8, 35, and that is 3 runs. Pittsburgh has a 12, 42, and that's 4 runs. The Bucks will win. Philadelphia taking on the Giants. We got this game tomorrow. Philadelphia has a 13, 23, and that is 3 runs. With Jim Lomborg. San Francisco has a 5. 54, and that is 4 runs. San Francisco would beat the Phillies, which is nice for my Mets. Reds taking on the Cardinals. Cincinnati has a 17. 45, that's pretty good. That's 6 runs. The Cardinals have a 7. Hell, I don't know the score, but rigged. St. Louis has a 7. 15, and that is going to be 1 run, and the Reds, and this one belongs to the Reds. And if you're wondering, Salvador America, let's see here. Boston did beat the Yankees on. It's not rigged. It's not rigged. Well, okay. It's, you know what, Salvador America, you're right. It's rigged because the Boston Red Sox won both of their 10-minute ticker games. You're right. It's rigged. Absolutely. I rigged it for you. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow it'll be lefty on the mound for the Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies will take on the San Francisco Giants from the stick tomorrow night. So join us for that game, and that game should be a blast. Steeler fan, Salvador America, Baseball Demos, Tribe fan, Mark Forsberg. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. See you guys tomorrow for more baseball action. It is the Tigers winning in unbelievable fashion, a walk-off wild pitch in the bottom of the 9th. 4-3 Tigers. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.